How's it going, my friends? Well. You know, guys, on a basic level, and you guys probably know what I'm welling about. On a basic level, I can tell you, as someone who was born in the former Soviet Union, as someone whose parents were refuseniks and or dissidents, I can tell you guys with absolute certainty, and honestly, I don't even want to get into a political debate with you, or any kind of debate. I'm not here for debates. I'm just here to tell you how it is. You want to take it, leave it. That's really your call. And you want to say, how do I know, and how am I so certain of this? I'm certain because I'm certain. I'm certain because I was born there and because my parents lived through it. And you don't believe me, that's your problem. You don't want to listen to me, that's your problem, okay? I'm telling you guys with absolute certainty that. And it doesn't even matter where you hold politically. You're left-wing, right-wing, you're woke, you're left of center, you're a Clintonista, you're slightly right-wing, you're really Trump MAGA. It doesn't matter, my friends. What I'm trying to tell you is that right now, essentially, the Federal Bureau of Investigation of the United States of America is effectively the NKVD style, KGB style agency. And if they can do this to any president, it doesn't matter who. On the same token, this can be done by Republican who can arm and they will. They'll do it in return. They can arm any federal agency they want and use it, whether it's the military or the FBI, whomever they want to arm, against a former president. Ladies and gentlemen, then you who's watching are next. Remember the movie Bloodsport? When that Chong Li guy, the main antagonist, his main, I guess, enemy or whatever, opponent, I think he was representing Korea. After he broke the leg of that big guy who was a friend of Van Damme, he pointed to Van Damme and go, "You are next." And then he grabbed his, he kind of gripped his, what was it, that bandana or whatever it was. Yeah, it was a bandana that he wrapped around his knee to show him where he broke the guy's knee. Guys, you are next. You are next. Okay? That's, my friends, on a simple level. So, good luck to you. Again, you want to accept what I'm saying, you don't want to accept what I'm saying, that's your problem. I'm telling you that you have a problem. You want to do something about it? You want to be at least awake to it and, aware of it? Your call. I'm telling you as a person who is diagnosing the problem, as a person who yes, I am qualified to diagnose the problem. I am. You ask me what my credentials are? Former Soviet citizen. How's that? I'm qualified to diagnose the problem that you have. I've been diagnosing the problem since 2008, all the telltale signs, all the symptoms, and now you have a disease. You don't have the symptoms, you have full-blown, whatever the hell this is. Okay? Cancer. This is a cancer. I just give you a diagnosis. And if you don't do anything about it, you're not going to live very soon. Very much longer, excuse me. So that's a basic level, my friends. That's just the basic, what we call derech hateva level. The deeper level, guys, what's happening really is that the Satan, the Sitra Achra, the Yitzhahara, the dark side, whatever you want to, whatever name you want to give it, Amalek, is dying. They've been dying for a while now. And I'm taking this from Rabbi Kessin. And you see, guys, they've been trying to throw the kitchen sink. Whether it's federal, something federal, whether it's municipal, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Sorry, guys, somebody's calling me. Nothing works because they don't either have any evidence, and the evidence they do have is like small potatoes. Really. And people can run up and down the thing that says insurrection and this and that. Guys, if you call a guy in a raccoon hat running into a building, led in by the people guarding the building, where the president at the time, Trump, requested that the building be guarded, have extra protection, that request was not heeded by the people who are now screaming fire and insurrection, and then they took, these people who were there took orders from the people who were screaming insurrection, letting the people in with the raccoon hats and all the rest of it to take, I don't know, steel podiums or something like that, memorabilia, paraphernalia, whatever. My friends, that is not an insurrection. What is an insurrection is what was done by Antifa and BLM and all the other organizations in 2020. When they tried to get into the Capitol, the White House, they burned the church over there. That's actually an insurrection, my friends. These people repeatedly accuse others of what they're guilty. You realize that. This is again the calling card of Soviet people. So, my friends, this entity is trying and trying and trying. You see nothing is sticking, and now they're seeing that they're about to lose. They're about to lose at the ballot boxes. Nobody believes them. Nobody supports them. Everybody hates their policies, and everybody hates them. At least their policies, What they've allowed is this freak wing of their movement to take control, to hijack language, right? Because we understand that Hashem created the world with language. So what are these people doing? Guys, you have to understand, this goes right to the heart of Hashem, really, of creation, of Bria. They know, the Sitra Achra knows that Hashem created the world with utterances, with language. So what do? They're going to hijack language. They're going to tell you what you can and can't say. Not only tell you can and can't say, they're going to tell you what you have to say. They're going to compel speech. Call me this. You guys ever see Dana Carvey? That he has a skit where he talks about how Sting, the singer Sting of the Police, one day, imagine he came to his friends, his bandmates, and said, I want you to call me Sting. I know my name is such and such, but from now on, I want you to call me Sting. And then in the skit, actually you have to watch his stand-up, he goes, their response was, what? F you, like, can you imagine their first reaction? F you, blank you. My friends, whenever somebody comes to me and tells me, call me this and call me that, call me Batman, or call me they and him and whatever it was, whatever it is, whatever these creatures, guys, you know what the best thing you can do? Not play their game, okay? Because it's a force. It's not just people. It's a force behind it. They're hijacking language. This is what they're doing. It's going directly against Hashem. So, guys, they see that they're losing. This entity sees that it's losing, and now it's just going full throttle with the kitchen sink and trying to create optics. If somebody raids somebody's home, that person, you see on Twitter, people are like, and these people would be perfect Soviet citizens. They're saying, well, if you don't want anybody to raid your house, then try not committing crimes. You did crimes. My friends, this is exactly what Soviet citizens did. When the government was doing unlawful things, right, and claiming that you broke a law, or creating laws that are like absurd, right? So any person who just goes against that law is deemed a criminal, and a totally absurd kind of unjust law, or just a person who did nothing, who's accused of stuff, or a dissident who just wants to get out of the country. They used to tell my parents, well, maybe if you weren't a dissident, and maybe if you weren't that, maybe they wouldn't go after you, maybe you can have your job. My friends, these people would be perfect, quintessential Soviet citizens, or citizens of any one of these banana republics, where there's like shills, citizens who are shills and good little boys and girls, okay? So, guys, this entity is throwing the kitchen sink, okay? Trying to create optics now. And what this entity does, it is an entity, doesn't understand is that this is going to backfire on them. It's going to cause more people to see right through what's going on, more people to realize. I hope they realize, most people, that if this can happen to a president, this can happen to them. And it's not going to win. Ultimately, my friends, it's not going to win. The question is, what is now going to be the, I don't want to even say the end game, but what's going to be the next, what's the next step? What happens next, my friends? What happens next in the story? We don't know. But the only advice I can give you guys is that the Satan, the Sitra Achra, is in fact dying. And the best thing you can do, guys, really, to hold on to Hashem, Torah and mitzvot, for those of you guys not, Gentiles, just hold on to Hashem, hold on to Emunah, faith, and just sit back and watch. Listen, if somebody comes to your house, you got to defend yourself. Don't get me wrong. But other than that, guys, just hold on tight and watch the show. Really. And really, again, I'm going to say this again. I know that I've said this in this video a few times already. I'm repeating it again. Everything I just said, if you don't believe me and you want to hear my words, you want to heed my words, do so at your peril. I'm a former Soviet citizen. Granted, I left when I was a kid with my parents. I was 7 years old. Didn't experience what they experienced, but I heard what how should I put this? Guys, I have a sister who was born in America. She can only take it from the horse's mouth and, choose to believe it, whether or not she wants to believe it. Maybe see the parallels, maybe not. She was born in America. Different story. I spent at least some time there, and I at least have some sort of frame of reference where I can imagine how these things would have gone down. Why? Because I was in the apartment where my parents, I lived there where this happened. My parents were interrogated, my father was interrogated, my mother was interrogated, okay? Guys, take it or leave it. But leave it at your peril. That's basically it, guys. And just know that all we have to do is hold on to Hashem and everything will be fine. Alright guys, talk to you soon.